and taking it past midfield and down the sideline he goes. This is storybook. An opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin.
2nd and 17. Hamlin has time. Intercepted. Sauce Gardner's got it.
And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sportorium Podcast. It's Mock Draft Monday, so we're going to do a mock draft. We are going to do trades in this one. We're going to alternate picks. Rocco will be selecting first overall and all the odds. We got a couple trades in this one. Should be pretty entertaining. So you are on the clock with the Panthers.
Panthers, number one pick. They're going to mess it up somehow. But if they do not take the best quarterback in the draft, I could see it happening. But Bryce Young going number one.
He's now the heavy favorite to go number one to the Panthers.
He should have always been the heavy favorite.
It happened. It happened pretty quickly. It was like all the Stroud talk, and then it's like, wait a minute, they actually like Bryce Young better. So this could also just be smoke, and they want the Texans to trade up.
Yeah, I did see that too, which very smart.
Yeah, and with the number 2 overall pick, this could also be smoke, but I actually think that there's a very real possibility that the Texans don't go quarterback here and select Will Anderson based on the fact that they're going to be bad either way. They just got a defensive head coach who is very good. And then imagine giving DeMeco Ryans a Will Anderson and the things that he could do there.
True.
Insane. Plus, you got a bunch of potential amazing prospects next year with just Caleb Williams, Drake May, and there's other guys that could end up being good too. So, yeah, I mean, you'll see them make another move for their future later, but I think this does actually make a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if it's all smoke, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
True. Alabama guys back to back right there.
It's true.
Cool stuff. And on the clock next is the Arizona Cardinals. They are going to select no one because they are trading with the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is going to have to give up this year's first, next year's first, and probably like a third or something to get the deal done. But when you are trading up to give, to get your future quarterback with C.J. Stroud, it might be worth it.
Okay, yeah, I like that pick. Definitely if Stroud or whoever doesn't go number 2, if the Texans don't take a quarterback, I could definitely see this happening. And especially because you want to jump ahead of the Colts.
Yeah,
so
it's big. Colts
and
be pissed off.
I've seen they really do like Stroud too.
Yeah.
So I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean,
he's kind of like Tannehill, so
yeah,
they don't have to change too much.
Tis true. All right, so, now the Indianapolis Colts on the clock. They need a quarterback.
Yes, they do.
Is it Will Levis? Is it Anthony Richardson? I'm going Anthony Richardson here.
All right.
Seen a lot of Will Levis stuff. I kind of do agree that it makes a lot of sense, and it seems as though that they like him, but Anthony Richardson is just better.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I agree. And now the Seahawks are on the clock. There's not going to be a trade here. They're going to choose. And they're going to choose Jalen Carter. Kid's a stud from Georgia. And that is the pick.
Could be some off the field issues there, but you can't deny that the dude is a stud. I think they would probably do that too, because they're kind of like I feel like they'd be able to think that they could fix him. Yeah, because I feel like they don't really care. Not to say that they're not moral, but I think they've shown that they would rather like the player and try to make him like a better person, I guess. Like kind of Marshawn Lynch is an example of that. He was a headache for the Bills, and Seahawks took him on, and then he's amazing. So
very true. I mean, is he really that bad of a person, or is it just that?
No, I mean, there's just like some concerns. Plus, like, at his pro day, he was overweight and didn't finish drills and stuff. It's just like he just made a stupid mistake with the whole racing thing, probably. But there are definitely serious concerns. But he's a stud. Right. All right, now number 6, Detroit Lions. I could see them moving down from here if somebody wanted to go up and get Will Levis. That's not going to happen today.
Not in this mock.
Not here. I love the idea of Tyree Wilson.
Mhm.
We did this last mock draft as well. Inside outside versatility, and I think that he would definitely be another great addition to an already good D line and a young, promising team overall.
Good pick. Good pick. Raiders are now on the clock. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what they're gonna do here because they mess up every single draft, always.
They do.
Are they gonna go quarterback? Are they gonna go? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. So they're probably gonna take a 4th rounder right here, and
That's
yeah,
most likely the case.
I guess with this pick, 7th pick in the draft, I think they're gonna go with a Christian Gonzalez corner, Oregon. I don't think he's the number 1 corner in the draft, but Raiders do some stupid stuff.
I think
It's
Christian
not really that
Gonzalez is
stupid.
Yeah, no, I think he is the number 1 corner in the draft.
Really?
So,
Okay.
oh, definitely. I mean, Witherspoon is a stud too, but they just have like different skill sets. And if you're looking for like a shutdown number 1 corner, I
Mhm.
feel like Gonzalez gives you that. And while Witherspoon, it could be that he's also just more physical. So,
Okay.
all right. And then here, the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of people have been knocking corner, but then they just got Jeff Okudah from the Lions. So I don't see
Very good
them
trade right
needing.
there.
Yeah, that's so weird to me that the Lions did that because he just came off of clearly his best year as a pro, and then you gave him up
Yeah.
for a 5th rounder. So
Yep. Stupid.
I don't personally understand it.
Got
But
me.
with the Falcons pick, we're going to keep a Georgia kid in Georgia, Nolan Smith. I think Nolan Smith is a stud. He's a little undersized, but he has shown that he could make it work. And we've seen guys like Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick had a phenomenal year last year, and he is one of the best pass rushers in the league. And
Yeah.
if you look height and weight, it's like almost identical, especially for when Hassan Reddick was coming out of college. So
Mhm.
I think it's an awesome pick, and I think he's a stud.
right.
But number
Yeah.
9, you're on the clock.
On the clock, the Chicago Bears. They need O-line bad.
They
But
do.
which one do they go with? Do they go with the tackle that might be guard? Do they go with the best tackle in the draft, in my opinion? I'm going to go with a Parrish Johnson here. I think he's the best tackle in the draft, the actual tackle. Scrotts is great, but, you know. And, yeah, you got to protect Fields, you know. So
Like
he's
the
already
pick.
hurt a little bit last year.
Yeah,
Got to protect your guy.
I like the pick. I think Paris Johnson's a stud.
Yep.
Right.
I
Now,
want him on the Jets, but it's not going to happen.
yeah, they'd probably have to trade up for him. I mean, anything could happen, really. And it also depends on if teams think that Skaronski could be a tackle, because he'll definitely have more value then. But
yeah,
we'll see. All right. Now, number 10. I think I'm getting a trade call here. Is that you? Are you calling from number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yes, so.
So in this projected trade, what do you think that it would be?
I believe it would be a swap of 1st-round picks and then throw in a 2nd this year and like a 5th. But on the trade value chart, it kind of makes sense.
Wow. All right. Now,
Wow.
with the Bucks trading up, they are going to select their quarterback of the future in Will Levis.
All right.
So, I mean, I could see him going even later than this, but it kind of makes sense. You got Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield there. That's probably not your future. And if you think that Will Levis could probably start day 1 for you, which I think he probably could, potentially, and then develop into your franchise guy, why not? Go up and get your guy.
Yeah. Definitely agree. That is the top 4 quarterbacks gone by pick 10.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Now on the clock, Arizona Cardinals. They need O-line, D-line, corner.
Everything.
Agreed. Kyler Murray is hurt, but they need someone that can block for him. So here, I'm going to take the best guard in the draft. And I'm taking Peter Skronsky.
Okay.
I think it is a good pick. I think they need it. I think Kyler needs it.
And yeah, and if maybe they could try him out at tackle. And if it doesn't
Yeah.
work out, and kick him into guard. But
Agreed. Either way, they need both. So,
yeah, he's a fantastic player, so I
Yeah.
like it. All right.
Right.
Now the Texans are back on the clock.
Ring, 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 ring.
I'm gonna call for myself this time.
There you go.
The Texans are trading down. They're gonna get a little more draft capital for next year when they move up to get Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to trade with the Washington Commanders.
They really don't have to give up too much. They have pick 97 in the third. They can probably give that up and a fourth or a fifth. Probably get the deal done.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nothing too crazy, just going up 4 spots. And
Exactly.
they are going to select Devin Witherspoon out
There you
of Illinois. Yeah,
Right.
we spoke about him before when Christian Gonzalez went. Two definitely different corners,
Mhm.
but Witherspoon is awesome. That defense would definitely benefit from having him in a multitude of ways. So they have some good defensive backs. Lacking at corner a bit. They got some nice pieces. Like I like Benjamin St. Just, but Devin Witherspoon is your day one starter. Didn't have to give up too much to go get him. Go ahead.
True.
All right, now your Jets are on the clock.
Oh, I just saw a report today that they can go receiver.
I don't know what their obsession with adding another receiver is right now.
I mean, the receiving core is not that great. You got Garrett, you got Lazard, you got Corey Davis, and that's it.
Yeah, I guess you
You
kind of
losing Elijah Moore it screwed everything.
that was
It
stupid.
got
I don't
worse.
like that at all.
Yeah.
But like you're going to get a number 3 dude. Like I wouldn't spend pick 13. I wouldn't have given Odell $15 million or an offer. I wouldn't be in on D-Hop if I'm the Jets,
Way too much money. for
especially with how
D-Hop.
the O-line is. Like there's so many other things that they need to like figure out before receiver. But
Yep, that is true. Well, that's why here it's tough. It's tough what they're going to do, but I feel like they still need to go O-line. They need a tackle, and 2 of the top guys are gone, Skronsky and Parrish Johnson. So who do you go next? I'm pretty sure we had Darnell Wright going last mock,
we did.
and it might happen here again. Screw it. Let's go Broderick Jones to the Jets.
Okay. I like
He's tackle, could be a guard.
Yeah, he's versatile. I think yeah,
Yeah.
he played a lot of left tackles, so
So they get the O-line piece that they need to protect Rodgers. Maybe.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, this is taking a while. But anyway.
All right, and now the New England Patriots are on the clock.
Yeah.
Couple different ways they could go here. I think receiver makes a lot of sense, but it's been like mixed reports. Like they really like Zay Flowers, they really like Addison. I did Zay Flowers last time, and I kind of do like it. Am I gonna do it? I'm not gonna do it. What I am gonna do is take Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. They need the corner help because every single corner they have is just their last name is Jones, and then they're a slot versatile guy. And then you get Joey Porter, who he's solidifying that outside CB1 role for you.
Mhm.
So I like it. Big, long, athletic corner.
6'3". Yeah, he's big.
He's a long fellow with those extremely long arms, and I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes an All-Pro within a year because Bill Belichick is very good at developing corners.
That is true. All right. On the clock, Green Bay Packers. They need receiver. They need D-line. They need a safety. It's tough here. They never got a receiver for Rodgers. So what do you think they're going to do here? They're not going to get one either. I think they're going to go tight end. Michael Mayer, 6'5". He's a beast. They lost Tunyon this year.
Yeah.
So,
I
a
think
weird
that makes
pick.
a lot of sense.
But again, like they should go receiver, but they're not going to.
Yeah. And I feel like they always have like a good tight end.
Yeah.
So I actually do think that makes sense. I wouldn't even say that that's like bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure receiver would be a better pick here.
100%. But
Michael Mayer is very good. And
yeah.
Okay. I like it.
All right.
All right. Now the Texans, number 16. I keep seeing JSN here. I don't hate it. I think JSN is a very good pick. And You adjust the edge position at number 2 with Will Anderson. The edge talent is actually falling right now. So, I mean, it's definitely enticing to see guys like Lucas Van Ness here or Miles Murphy, but I'm going to stick with the JSN pick.
Okay.
I think that they have a couple guys that could really fill that slot role already, like Mechie and Robert Woods at this point, really. But I think he's the best wide receiver in the class, and they would definitely like another receiver. So
if he can stay healthy, great. But who knows? That's his only thing. But I think he's clear number 1. So next, Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock. They don't need receiver. They don't need running back. You know what? I kind of like this pick here. I'm going to go a little bit of secondary help. Deonte Banks out of Maryland.
I like it.
He's he's very good. Him back there joining Minka and that crew. I think it's a good pick. I think they'll go that route.
Yeah, I definitely see them getting a corner. I think they obviously want Joey Porter Jr. to fall because, I mean, the story would just be awesome. The storyline of his dad being a Steelers legend, and now he goes to the team.
True.
But I think Deonte Banks is definitely a first-round corner. He tested amazingly. Plus, he was already good at Maryland. So I like Deonte Banks a lot.
Yep.
All right. Now that leaves the Detroit Lions, number 18. So this is another spot that like maybe they do want to trade down because, I mean, at this point, it's not bad because there's a lot of talent that is falling right now. But it's tough. I mean, they could bolster the D-line even more with like a Brian Brzee. They could also go for a corner because, they just traded Akuda, obviously. But they did have some good additions to that secondary.
It's tough here.
It is because, I mean, you don't really need a receiver. You could definitely use like maybe a bigger guy like Quentin Johnston. I wouldn't hate that. But
and they just got Marvin Jones back, right?
Yeah, they did re-sign Marvin Jones. So I'm going to go with, I think, my next best corner. Definitely undersized, but the dude is an absolute stud. How far down is he? Oh my gosh. There he is. Emmanuel Forbes is an absolute ball hawk. Amazing playmaking corner, but he weighed 166 pounds. So it's definitely, he's very undersized. That is
so tiny.
It's a very large concern, but he is just an absolute baller. He's amazing production. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was like he had 12 picks and like 7 pick sixes or something like that. Like actually ridiculous numbers at Mississippi State. So yeah, I could see him going in the second just because of the size concerns, but based off like talent and what he can become, maybe if he puts on a few more pounds, I think he's a first round talent.
Yeah. He's got to put on weight.
He's got to put on weight. Yeah.
All right. Well, next pick. I don't know how this happened. How did I get the Eagles again?
You traded up because you wanted the Eagles pick.
I'm gonna vomit. I freaking hate this team. All right. Well, anyway, Eagles are up. They need everything because they lost everyone. So with the Eagles pick here, I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of D-line help and take Kalijah Cansey.
Good pick.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid pick. He's a little small, but who's the guy that they took last year? Linebacker, small. What's his name?
Nakobe Dean,
another tiny guy. I guess they don't really care about the small guys, but
I think it's very good because obviously they just got Jordan Davis, who is the complete opposite of Kalijah Cansey. So it's just perfect, like thunder and lightning, basically. I think that would be a great pick. Great pick for your favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Should be.
All right. Now the Seattle Seahawks at number 20. A lot of ways that they could go with this one. They took Jalen Carter, 5th overall. Again, the D-line is definitely falling a little bit, but they did just address it. Do they double dip? Maybe. You could always go another receiver here.
Maybe.
But I'm gonna say they double dip on the D-line.
Okay.
And I am going to select Miles Murphy out of
Miles
Clemson.
Murphy. Okay.
I don't love that pick, honestly, but I think Miles Murphy is probably best player available at this point for me.
All right. Well, the next pick would have been the Miami Dolphins, but you know,
They are
what a bunch
cheaters.
of- Yes, they are. Not as bad as Belichick. Anyway, so to the next pick, the Los Angeles Chargers. In my opinion, they have one receiver that he can get up and catch the ball and do nothing else, and another receiver that he's getting old and he has a lot of hamstring issues. So, who's their number 3? I don't even know. But Keenan
Josh
Allen
Palmer.
can't have much more time, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think receiver here makes sense. And do you go with another big guy? I feel like they need a faster guy, though.
I think that offense definitely needs some speed.
Yeah. So who else to get if you're looking for speed? What about some Jordan Addison up in here?
I like it. I thought you were gonna lean more Jalen Hyatt.
Nope, not that much speed.
Yeah, no, Addison's a great pick.
Jordan Addison can get open everywhere. Jalen Hyatt is just like that, go deep. But I feel like Mike Williams is that way too.
Yeah, no, it's like two different ways of winning with a deep ball, but that's what they're primarily known for.
Yeah, I think Jordan Addison makes sense here. He just gets open.
You definitely learn a lot from Keenan Allen too with that route running.
True.
That'd be a nasty receiving core for Justin Herbert.
Yep, that is true.
All right, now the Baltimore Ravens at number 22 just got Odell. This was a very popular receiver spot, and I don't think they're out on drafting a receiver. Lucas Van Ness here is probably best player available. Well, I think Bijan would be best player available, but it's impossible to mock where this guy's going.
I know.
So we are going to go with a tackle out of Tennessee, Darnell Wright. Can always use all-line help, whether it's going to be Lamar, whether it's going to be Tyler Huntley, Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley. Got to get him some more protection. So why not? Sure up your right tackle spot for the next 10 years.
I think it's a very good pick. Darnell Wright is pro ready, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I mean, it's interesting, like scheme fit wise. Maybe it doesn't make the most sense because Darnell Wright is primarily good at pass blocking and not great at run blocking, but who knows?
We'll be all right. All right. Minnesota Vikings on the clock. So you are going to be drafting Bijan Robinson is going to the Minnesota Vikings since the Dalvin Cook news of him possibly getting cut if he doesn't get traded. So Bijan to Minnesota Vikings. The next AP, who knows?
Maybe that would be an interesting pick. That would be crazy.
Yeah, and
but I don't hate
the
it.
Talk's really there about Dalvin, getting the boot.
Yeah,
which I don't know why they would do that. I really don't.
I mean, because I think they just like Alexander Madison a lot, and they just got him back for so cheap. So he is making a lot of money. Dalvin was like not very efficient, but I think he's still very good. So
I was gonna go receiver here, but with the Dalvin Cook news, I feel like they gotta replace him. And Madison's not the guy to replace him.
I don't think he's like an every down back Madison. I think Bijan and Madison would be an amazing combo.
Nasty, yeah.
All right, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that the easy pick here would be Osiris Torrance. Just they need the interior help.
I agree.
And yeah, I think it's a boring pick because we've seen it a couple times already. But
it makes some
sense. It makes sense. So why not?
It really does. Yeah. Next pick, New York Giants. New Jersey Giants, whatever you want to call them.
That's more like
They need help. Their receivers, you can go receiver here because their receivers are not good. They brought back a few guys and they're still all crap. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of secondary help, though. And I have seen it before again, just like the Osiris, but Brian Branch here, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they just lost Julian Love. Brian Branch, more of like a slot. They definitely have a lot of slot corners, but if they could see him being your safety, then 100% I could see this pick.
The number one safety, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I say you got to put him at safety, and that's that.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what the teams view him as. It's like the same thing as Skoronski. If they think that he could be a tackle, they're going to select him as a tackle. Brian Branch played a
True.
lot of slot corner, but has also played some deep safety and everything. So
Yeah.
depends. I like it though.
Yeah. All right.
All right, now the Dallas Cowboys. They just have this knack of letting these amazing players fall to them, even if it's not necessarily a need.
Mhm.
So best player available, Lucas Van Ness. I think that if this happened, this is a kind of a dream scenario for them. Just because, I mean, you got Micah Parsons, obviously. You got Tank Lawrence, who is probably he's getting older and not as efficient as he was. But Lucas Van Ness is a guy that maybe needs to develop a little bit as an every down edge rusher. So it makes a lot of sense. Best player available, basically.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to steal this from you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the
for it.
Buffalo Bills pick. Now, I've spoken about this a lot. I love Jordan Addison. There was a report I read today, actually, that said that the Bills are like completely enamored with Jordan Addison. They've met like every single opportunity to meet him, they have taken, and they like really like him. So hope that's true, but who knows?
All right.
And the classic Buffalo Bills thing to do would just be to select another D lineman.
It
I'm
is
gonna.
true.
That's what I'm
It's
gonna do.
nuts.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take Brian Brzee. I think it's actually a good pick
really?
because they have D tackle. They have 0 signed after this year. Edge, they have 1 signed after this year. 2, Vaughn and Rousseau. So they definitely need to figure it out on the D line, and they have not been doing that like at all.
Yeah.
In recent memory, Ed Oliver hasn't really done anything. AJ Epinesa was a steal in the second round, hasn't really done much. Boogie Basham, another good pick in the second, hasn't done much. Rousseau has looked good at times, but is he ever going to be like an elite
Still young.
edge rusher? Yeah, and he's young
Yeah.
and he's long and awesome, but yeah, Brian Brzee, I like it.
All right.
Now, yes, you can take this pick from
Yeah.
we get
I'll
out.
take it because well, Joe Burrow's your daddy. Anyway, so next pick, the Bengals. It's actually tough here. The team's ready to win. Do they take tight end? I don't think so. I think they just got someone,
Yeah, they got Irv Smith, so
and
a
he's
lot of
pretty
potential
good.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just needs to like actually catch the ball.
Yeah. So I guess the only option really is to go the next best corner. And in my opinion, that'd be Cam Smith from the Gamecocks. It's a good fit here.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they could definitely always use that secondary help.
Yeah.
All right.
Soon to be Super Bowl champions.
No. Now the New Orleans Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure where I'm going to go here.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I think I went
Yes.
O-line last time. I think I'm going to go D-line.
Okay.
Let's see who we got here. I like BJ Ojolari. Eddie Tama Adebawore, like him too. Keon White it's very interesting. So I just read a report that the NFL didn't invite Quentin Johnston to the combine because they wanted to avoid a situation like Aaron Rodgers, something where it would be awkward for him because he wouldn't get drafted in the first round. But then Keon White got invited to the draft. And Keon White is a guy that I've seen like get mocked into the first, like the late end of the first. But I mean, to me, that's a second round talent.
Yeah.
And even Zay Flowers, who I think he's probably going to be a first rounder, but he's a fringe guy too. So it's very interesting. But I am going to do the Keon White to the Saints here.
There you go.
Just extra D-line help. I think I don't think he's the next best edge. I'd probably take BJ Ojolari or Adetomiwa Adebawore over him. And probably Will McDonald too. But based on the fact that he was invited, makes me think that he's probably going to go at one point. So I'll throw him in there. But I definitely like how we just flip-flopped and you got the Eagles again.
I'm out. I quit.
I mean, I could take this one if you want to take the Chiefs one.
You know what? Yeah, I will. I'm down for that one.
Okay.
Go for it. Take this piece of garbage team away from me.
All right. This is tough. But I mean, I don't really think they need the O-line help because interior wise with Jason Kelsey back, Cam Jurgens is slide into your starting guard position. You could always get some more interior because I'm assuming that after this season, Jason Kelsey's done, and then Cam Jurgens is going to be your center.
Yeah.
Tackles, they're obviously fine. Ooh, man. So they got Kalijah Cansey with their first pick.
Yes, they did.
They could continue to bolster the D-line here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think linebacker would be a bad pick, but I really don't think that a linebacker should go in the first round from this class. But what I am going to do is exactly that. Jack Campbell is, I think, the best linebacker in this class. I don't think he's a first-round talent. He's kind of like a fringe. I think this is kind of like his range. I could see him going to the Bills. I don't want that at all.
It's almost not a first rounder, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so they need the linebacker help. They obviously just lost TJ Edwards.
Yeah,
so
that was big.
Yeah, Jack Campbell could be your starting linebacker for plug and play.
You know, he's a beast, 6'5".
He's a big boy and he can move.
Yeah, and he's an elite tackler. He's an aggressive dude.
Yeah.
So, all right, good pick. Thank you for taking that crap away from me.
Of course, I do what I can.
And now, the Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's simple. The guy slid to them, and their receiving core is garbage. I think Quentin Johnston here, if it happens, they can't really pass up on him. I think it just makes too much sense. Patrick Mahomes needs someone to throw to. And what do you have? Kadarius Toney and MVS?
Yeah, and then they got Sky Moore too, so it's just a bunch of these little boys.
They got Justin
basically.
Ross too.
Yeah, so I mean I like that. You get some size. Clearly Kelsey is your number one there, but
yeah.
I mean outside of that, really it's mostly unproven people or 100%. Proven to be mediocre like MVS.
Yep.
So I could definitely see that happening.
Juju, and now you get a Juju that's 1,000 times better. Maybe 1,003 times better.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, he's actually, I feel like he is kind of similar to a Juju where he might, in the NFL, he might be a big slot like how Juju is.
Yeah.
Right after the catch, like Juju.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is it. This is our mock draft 2.0, including trades. Let's just recap the trades real quick. So Titans traded up with the Cardinals. They gave up a first rounder and they swapped picks. They gave up a first rounder next year and then a third. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what the trades are actually going to be. We're just going based off of what the chart is.
Yep.
So yeah, and then they go and get their quarterback of the future in CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm. Because last year, who did they take? Malik Willis. He looked like garbage.
Yeah, I don't think they like Malik Willis, and he was a third round pick, so it's really you didn't give up that much for him.
He was supposed to be the first quarterback taken, but hey, anyway.
Yes, so. Yeah, it was a weird situation.
Yeah.
And then the Cardinals take Peter Skoronski, bolster the O-line. Whether you need him at tackle or you need him at guard, he's a starter for you. And then number 10, the Eagles trade down with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs go get their quarterback of the future in Will Levis, and Kalijah Cansey goes to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last trade, corners fallen a bit. Christian Gonzalez went number 7, but then Devin Witherspoon falls a little bit to 12. Washington sees a need. Washington sees an opportunity where they could go get a day one starter without giving up too much. They take Devin Witherspoon.
Ownership. Yep.
Yep. And then the Texans trade back and get maybe who their pick was originally in JSN.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good mock. Once again, like we said last time. All right, this is what it is. Last time, those picks were going to happen, but now since we upped it in it, now this is what's going to happen.
True, very true.
So bet money on it.
And when it comes, none of these picks are correct. So,
Anthony but
Richardson, good one.
I mean, it really just depends on what's smoke and what's not for the first and second pick. Do the Panthers really like Bryce Young? Like, I think Schefter is saying it's a done deal, and there's a lot of people that have said that. But then there's clearly they also like Stroud. So what's smoke?
I see a lot of Anthony Richardson too, though. So I
mean, you could also throw that in there because Literally anything can happen. And then
Yeah.
it's also like, let's say it is Bryce Young. Bryce Young's their guy. If the Texans don't have a high grade on the next best quarterback, they're not going to settle for a guy when you have an elite class next year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, a Will Anderson here. Maybe they trade out with I don't know. Maybe the Raiders go up, or maybe the Titans can't trade with them, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot that could happen, but yeah, I think this was a pretty good mock. I'm proud of us. Well done.
Yeah. I think it's very good. And
So-
then the other one too, Bijan. If
Oh yes,
the Cook trade or cut happens, this makes sense. But if not,
Yes.
then again, where is he going?
yeah.
So-
And even at 22 for the Ravens, I mean that could be a quarterback spot, depending
Yeah.
on what happens with Lamar.
Yeah.
And I mean even 13 if the Jets don't get Rodgers and they
That is
are
true.
maybe CJ Stroud falls a little bit and they think that CJ Stroud could be a day one starter for them.
Imagine.
Maybe they go up. I highly doubt that will happen,
Yeah, no,
but
that's not.
I mean
happening at all.
there's a lot of things that can happen. So
Well, we
All
got
right.
what, 2 weeks to go?
we got 2 weeks to go. I am very excited.
Yes, agreed. It'd be
Yeah.
blessed.
All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and
I
Instagram
think you forgot that in the
and
beginning.
Twitter. I forgot in the beginning, but everybody is gonna watch until the end, and then they'll get the reminder now.
That is true.
So
That is
yeah.
true.
So
All right.
till next time.